What's up, man? I want to discuss Anthony Davis. Reportedly, wants a trade. He wants the New Orleans Pelicans to trade him, and I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it coming once he signed with Clutch Sports. Rich Paul, LeBron James, childhood friend that he brought up his guys and gave them opportunities. And now Rich Paul is I guess he's the president or the CEO of Clutch Sports. It's a agency. We all know that LeBron James is the ultimate head of the agency, but he can't really come out and say it because it'll be a quote unquote it'll be a conflict of interest. But I don't know how the NBA allows this to happen anyway, because they have to know and they have to understand that LeBron James is leading that you know what I'm saying, is leading uh that that agency. But that's a video for another day. But Anthony Davis, see, the New Orleans Pelicans, to me, they should trade him this year because Anthony Davis is still on contract for next year. So any team he goes to, he'll be on contract for next year as well as this year. So should they trade him? Yes, they should trade him and get as much as they can for him. Now, they may try to trade him to Boston, but if they trade him to Boston, they're gonna have to include Boston. Gonna have to include Kyrie in the deal, and I don't think Boston want to do that. But Boston has the better, the better assets. So most likely he's gonna go to the Lakers. I mean, that's just the most likely destination. Now they probably gonna ask for Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo Ball. They probably gonna ask for Brandon Ingram, and maybe Hart, the Josh Hart kid off the is coming off the bench, and probably some future number one picks. So we'll see how that how that transpire. And I think the Celtics got the better assets, but they can't, because of some trading thing. They can't. Anthony Davis and Kyrie cannot be on the same team for some reason. I don't know. I have to look it up and see exactly what it is, but they can't be on the same team. So Boston really cannot get trade for Anthony Davis until the summer. You know what I'm saying? When Kyrie is officially off the books, but they can re-sign Kyrie, but Kyrie has to be off the books. So if LA gets Anthony Davis, they got LeBron James, and they get a free agent, maybe Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody else. They'll be a formidable team, but they will lose a lot of assets. Now they would have to retool around Anthony Davis, LeBron, and whoever they get. You know what I'm saying? In free agency, whatever big time free agents they get, they would have to still tool around that team. So I know everybody gonna be like, well, the Lakers are gonna win a championship because they got Anthony Davis, they got LeBron, and maybe they got Kawhi Leonard. That's not the case. Is that it doesn't work like that. If Golden State keeps Golden State together, if let's just say Durant resigns, if Durant resigns, they still have the best starting five in the league. Let's say DeMarcus Cousins say, well, man, I like winning. You know what I'm saying? We just won a championship. What if we're going to say win a championship this year? I like the ride that we was on. I was in Sacramento. I was losing. I went to the Pelicans. I was doing okay, but we was not going to win a championship there. I finally got to some place where I can win a championship. And what if Golden State offered him let's just say a 3-year, uh, 50 or $60 million contract? Would he take it? He probably would. He probably would take that. And now, if they got DeMarcus Cousins now, and then another year with DeMarcus Cousins, coming into the team healthy, the beginning of the year, and play from the start, the Golden State Warriors is still going to be the favorite to win the championship. I don't care who the Lakers get. You know what I'm saying? Because whoever the Lakers get, y'all got to build camaraderie. Y'all have to build a cohesiveness, around the team. Everybody have to be on the same page. You got to figure out how to play with each other. That may take a year, because everybody remember when Miami Heat got together, they didn't win that first year. They lost to Dallas in the finals, and everybody was like, well, when KD went to the Golden State Warriors, they won right away. Yes, because KD fit right into the system. The system was perfect for KD because he can dribble, pass, and shoot, and he doesn't have to have the ball in his hands all the time. Not and he can move and work without the basketball. A lot of players like Kawhi, he likes to have the basketball in his hand. We all know LeBron James like to have the basketball in his hands. Maybe Davis to some a certain extent can play without the ball, but he needs the ball in his hand. He needs to be the focal point. So they have to figure all that out. And Kawhi and Anthony Davis will have to play in the LeBron James system. You know what I'm saying? Kawhi will have to take a backseat to LeBron James on the perimeter, and Anthony Davis will have to be Chris Bosh and and Kevin Love. He would have to be he would have to take that role and spot up and shoot 3-pointers, and so they would have to figure all that out. That may take a year. That's another year that LeBron James is getting older and older. He's already 33. He'll be 34, going on 35. So all that plays a part in it. You know what I'm saying? Now he got this. He reportedly got a sports hernia, which he's probably going to have surgery in the off season for. It's probably going to be plaguing him all year. So that's another thing. Free agents got to look at it like that too. Like, how healthy is LeBron James? That's what Anthony Davis had to ask himself. How healthy is LeBron James? Am I going to go to the Lakers? Yeah, I'm gonna be on a glamorous team, a team that got a lot of history. But am I gonna be here by myself? Because there ain't no sense of making a lateral move if I'm gonna be here by myself. Well, hey, look, you may make a lot of money in Los Angeles. You may have more business deals in Los Angeles than New Orleans, of course. But your basketball future wise, is it going to be that much difference between New Orleans and LA if LeBron James can't not play at 100% anymore? So, and then if y'all don't get a free agent on the off season, so all that stuff have to come into play in Anthony Davis' mind. Like, sometimes the grass is not always greener on the other side. I understand he can't win with the Pelicans because, see, if the Pelicans was in the East, the Pelicans would be like a top 4 team. Because they're in the West and there's so many teams there, so many teams bunched up with like the same amount of talent. Because New Orleans got good talent. They got Mirotic, they got Randall. Now they got the one kid, Jahlil Okafor. He playing really good basketball. So maybe you can pair. I mean, and they got Holiday. Maybe you compare, because really Anthony Davis is not a center. Anthony Davis is a power forward. And he needs a big man next to him to help protect the rim, help play the bigger, talented offensive player. He needs that guy to take that player. Maybe playing alongside Jahlil Okafor, maybe that can be something. Because Jahlil Okafor, look, he's hungry. He wants to prove himself. He got drafted number 1 overall. I believe he was number 1 or number 2, one of those. And he played for the Sixers. He had pretty good 2 or 3 years, and then it just fell off from there. So, you know what I'm saying? The grass is not always green on the other side, but you know what I'm saying? It's that man's career. But he needs to come out and say what team he wants to go to. Now, he wants to get traded. That's out there. I know Anthony Davis want to come off as being a good guy. I don't want the fans to get mad at me. Man, the fans won't be mad at you anyway because you want to leave. So don't worry about the fans. Just say, I don't want to go to no team but A, B, and C, or I don't want to go to no team but this team. If it's LA, say I want to go to LA. If it's Boston, say I want to go to Boston. If it's New York, say I want to go to New York. But let people know that I want, if you trade for me, or you got to let New Orleans, you got to tell them, the front office, if y'all trade me to a team that I don't want to go to, I'm going to tell that team I'm not going to re-sign with them. So just let them know you want to go to LA. If you want to go to LA, just tell them, hey, I want to go to LA. That's where I want to be. I got a house. I just brought there, or I think he got a house that's being built or whatever. That's where I want to go. I want to go play with LeBron James, and I want to go to LA. Just let it be known. These players got to stop. They got to stop playing these ring around the rosies, and I don't want the fans to get mad at me. Man, look, the fans going to get upset with you anyway because you want to leave. There's no way you leave and say, hey, we had a mutual breakup and everything is fine, and the fans they're gonna cheer me on the way out the door. No, they're gonna boo you out the way out the door. So just say where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? So the Pelicans can they don't have to waste their time with all these other teams. They can just say, hey, you want to go to this team? Let's make a deal. Or if the Pelicans want to do what Toronto did with Kawhi Leonard, because it may be a team out there to say, I don't care if Anthony Davis don't want to sign here. We want to trade for him, and we're going to try to make it comfortable here for him, and maybe he'll sign here. That's what Toronto was doing. That's why Toronto, they flipped the coin. They said, forget it. We're gonna get Kawhi in our building, in our organization, and we're gonna try to see if he likes it, and we're gonna try to get him to stay, because that's what OKC was able to do with Paul George. Remember, Paul George wanted to go to LA, but Indiana traded him to OKC. You know what I'm saying? So, and OKC got him in the building, made him feel all comfortable, made him feel like he was wanted, and look, he's resigned. So, maybe that will happen with Anthony Davis. But let me know what y'all think.